Everybody has a podcast.
What up? Yo. Sound kind of tricked me at the end there. The false pause. How we coming in with the soundboard early. What up? Hope you had a great weekend, everyone. Oh, God. 9:33. In the place to be on another Monday night. Man, hope all you had a good weekend. Memorial Day weekend. Shout out to all the ones that laid it on the line, folks. You know, shout out to them. Happy Memorial Day. Memorial Day edition of Everybody Has a Podcast. We love all you soldiers out there and all the ones that gave their lives. So I hope you all had a great weekend, a good Memorial Day as well.
Hey, Wiggy, take out the trash!
I'm a soldier. I thought I told ya. Well spoken. Good intro, Grant Mills. Happy. You know, I've always heard people say Happy Memorial Day. I know people treat it like a extended weekend, which it is. You should enjoy your time off and be happy. But you said it better than I ever could. All those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you, all the soldiers that are still here with us. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. And we got lots of buddies that are military and have been military, so it's definitely not overlooked, your service, your sacrifices, and all that you have endured. That being said, what a weekend UFL was crazy, upside down. We have some pick'ems later. Good games though, but man, some stunners. Probably the first true weekend we've actually seen some stunners, and especially two of them in a weekend. So we'll get to that. That's exciting. You and I have a big week this week. That's exciting. I'm only working one day this week. That's exciting. But the best news of all, Grant Mills, you sent me a pasta recipe that I made this weekend, and that shit was bomb.
Yeah, man, it really was.
Yeah, it was. Only thing I did not do, I added a little extra onion powder to get the onion taste. I didn't actually get an onion and dice it up. I was giving it to the kids; they get picky. I'm okay with onions or without, but the extra onion powder gave me that flavor that I needed. But man, the sauce was amazing. Shells just hit. It was nice. The meat and the shells went into the the meat and the sauce went into the little shells, man. It's fucking incredible. I had it today again for lunch, so well done. Good pick.
I'm a hoe for onions, man. I love onions, so
Yeah, I like the taste of them.
I love them though. That's one of my things. Man, what a weekend! Extra long weekend. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was busy. I think mostly doing a little spring cleaning. It had to be done. My office, where I do not only the podcast, but my regular full-time job, which also serves as our guest room. Our storage closet is also in this room. There's also a utility closet in here. It needed a deep clean. I gave it that. Threw out 3 bags of just old documents and papers and bullshit. Man, had that going on. We had some storms roll through last night. Woke the whole family up. That was kind of some chaos waking up to this morning. And man, it seems like the weekend, especially 3-day, went by really quick. But pretty laid back. I also made you might like this. I made an espresso bourbon drink. It was a little bit of a instant espresso powder, some bourbon. Shit was good too. It was definitely not a drink I recommend having at night because that espresso still hits you pretty hard. But tastes like a milkshake, man. Really good.
That sounds like it'll make me shit my pants.
That it will do that. Yeah, it definitely will. I'm gonna make you one early 4 a.m. Thursday morning, so you'll have to squeeze your butt cheeks on the flight.
I'll pass on that.
All right.
Oh,
What about yourself? Anything exciting this weekend? Anything more exciting than what I was into?
Probably not, man. I just cleaned up around here and ran a bunch of errands. I was going to go to the bar, but I think I've just burned myself out, man. I went last Sunday night, kind of made an ass of myself, too. I was blackout drunk.
Oh.
And yeah, not good. Not good. I broke one of my cardinal rules. I think I drank like 8 beers before I went out that night.
Oh.
That is not good, man. And on a whim, man, I'm just like, I'm going to take a walk around the neighborhood. Ended up at the bar and just fucking don't remember a lot. So I thought, you know what? I'm not going to do that for a while. I just need to fucking take time out, man. Chill. You know, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but that was bad choice.
Yeah, you're in such a great area though. I would probably be the same if I was able to walk to the local bar and have a good time, and I would be walking a lot more. I'm pretty cognizant of the fact, if I go out, I'm probably gonna have. If I think I'm gonna have 2, of course I'll have 4. If I'm gonna try to catch a buzz, I'm gonna get drunk. If I think I'm gonna get drunk that night, man, I'm gonna be blackout. So. I'm cognizant of the fact that mostly I have to drive everywhere we go, and I try not to do that. If I was within walking distance, man, that changes the game. So, but that's a good call. That's respectable, and we're gonna have a full week ahead of us. So, good way to give yourself a little breather.
I actually did have dinner with Boner's mom, though. This on what was it Sunday?
Really?
Yeah, Sunday. So she contacted me and was like, I've been thinking about you lately, and you should come and have dinner with me and my husband. And she got a new husband. She
I didn't know that.
Married a couple of years ago, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And so I went over there and caught up with her. Just a great person. I don't know if you ever met her.
Yeah, I actually have a couple of times. Extremely lovely woman, and nothing but super nice.
It's just one of the best people I think I know, man. And her late husband, Mr. Bone, was very, very cool. I mean, which one looks like a great guy, man. They had it hard, man, because 3 out of 4 of those kids are just a fucking nightmare. Let's be honest. I think one of them chased Mr. Bone around the house with a fucking butcher knife one time.
Oh God.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's just and we know about all the rest of that. But that just is like one of those things. It's like, just the best people, man. And you had 3 out of 4 kids that were just a nightmare. And I feel for them, man. They went through some fucking hell with that. But just really, really great people.
I never understand parenting, even at this age. I still feel like a kid just trying to raise kids, even 40 years old. I mean, I've seen it before. It's the strangest thing. You can have the 2 most wonderful people who are nice, hard workers, provide, and really, I mean, I didn't know them like you did on that level, but I mean, I think all around good parents. They weren't parents that just gave everything. They weren't strict. They were just good in the middle. I mean, exactly what a parent should be. And most of the time, your kids turn out great when you're that. But sometimes, you just can't predict it. So, man, that's cool, though. I'm glad you guys went out. I hope that's not the dinner you got blackout drunk, though.
No, that was. I got blackout drunk at home, not this past weekend, but the one before.
Oh, that's right. I gotcha.
And yeah, that was so dumb. I don't know what the fuck my problem was, but so yeah, I caught up with them. And, our new husband, he's pretty cool.
Are they here now, or are they in California?
They're back in that old house. You remember?
Really? Yeah.
Oh yeah, back in that house, and yeah, it's they built on a little bit like a side deck over there.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks nice. They redid the kitchen a while back, and yeah, man, 2 lovely people. We caught up. I had dinner. She fixed a cheesecake from scratch.
Damn, cool.
It was awesome. So yeah, it was good to see her again, man. Just a lovely lady. And
did you tell them that you'll be seeing the youngest Bone here pretty soon?
Yeah, I talked to her about him, and she was telling me like he actually called her last week, and she couldn't understand anything. It was really crazy sounding on the phone, and she called to see his place of work and see if he was okay because she didn't know what the hell was going on.
Oh God!
And they said he was all right. So, but before that, I don't think she had talked to him in 5 years. She told me.
Oh God! Wow.
So yeah. Yep. So I told her that we would be seeing him this week, and she asked me just to get some pics and let her know how everything's going. I told her I definitely would.
Yeah, that's good, man. That really is a good for you for doing that. I think it's important to keep tabs on all our good folks out there, and that's really a stand up stuff for you. But I wish I had a.
She contacted me, man. I mean, I didn't.
I mean, it's.
She actually reached out, and she's a very Christian woman. She was like, you were on my heart lately, and I wanted to, just contact you and catch up and come out for, lunch next Sunday, whatever.
Sure. Well, maybe just taking her up on that, because I'd be the type to be like, oh, yeah, that sounds great. And then, like, not do it. That sounds like
I'm definitely not going to no-show her, man. I don't. If I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to be on time, if not earlier. So.
Yeah, you've always been that kind of guy. That's the kind of friend I can appreciate. So hats off, to Grant Mills for that. It's hard to find that. So I joke, but really, when especially with people that always been respectful or just genuinely good people, man, show that love, and I think you did. Yeah. So you followed through. Cool stuff, man. That really is good stuff and good to hear. Hopefully, the youngest Bone is well behaved this weekend.
I don't think he's the youngest.
Oh, no, that's right.
Maybe the oldest.
Oh, yeah, that may be right. Oh, God.
Yeah. Yes, sir. But we got, I think our boys coming in.
Oh, Lord.
Real trap shit.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
What's up, Whis?
What up, Whis? How was your weekend, my friend?
Oh, it's pretty good. I'm glad you talked to Miss Bone. She's pretty cool. I miss all them.
Yeah, man. I was glad to get out and see about her and everything. How are you and baby doing?
I mean, sometimes it's a little rocky, sometimes it's not. I mean, y'all know about what's up. But I love her, and that's just how it is in my place. I love the dogs, I love the baby, and y'all know what's up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Can you hear? Can you hear me? All right. Am I too loud?
I hear you
Not
loud
loud.
and clear. Do you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, we're good. I was just listening to some of the older podcasts. I thought I was a little loud on them, so I don't know. I'm trying to adjust microphone settings and whatnot. So I think we're good though. But anyway, in any event, I did have sex with a girl this weekend.
Oh man, a blackout, a dinner date with old friends, and
The
you had
blackout was
sex.
a weekend before. I'm gonna need you to get your shit straight.
I'm trying to get my shit straight, but it ties into the same week in a weird way. Okay, well, tell us about this. How did this go?
Well, she was so fat. When she was born, she was baptized in tartar sauce.
I love tartar sauce, yeah. Makes my fish taste so good.
Actually, tartar sauce is good with some fried cod. It's not a bad combination.
Tartar sauce.
Yeah,
That's a good
I do
one.
like a good fried cod, though, man. God,
Yeah, I
that's
agree
just
with that.
good,
Good
good
shit.
and tasty. I did happen to peep out for all my metalheads out there, or like sludge metal, doom metal. I was on the old YouTube there and peeped out a Vice documentary. They have a series called Noisy. And this one was actually called NOLA. If you know anything about that scene there. So it was pretty interesting, actually. I just happened to run up on it by virtue of being bored and going through the YouTube. So, but anyway, it opens with Pantera and kind of like their whole little deal, and then it goes into your more obscure bands that maybe not so many people know about. I know about though, but like I Hate God, Crowbar. Yeah, you have Soylent Green, Exorder, some of the other not so known bands, but still very interesting. And just the scene down there, Corrosion of Conformity, another great band. Pepper Keenan was I guess he was the front man. I think he was. I can't remember. Anyway, I mean, of course, Down, the New Orleans supergroup there. But, I had Phil and all the other various, but I think Pepper was in that too. Jimmy Bauer, some other folks from your various New Orleans scene. But anyway, it kind of it was going into the whole thing with Katrina and just kind of the scene there and New Orleans and that type of life. Interesting. If you have time, check it out. Not a bad watch there. I found it cool. So
Have you been to New Orleans before?
I have been to New Orleans, yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
actually went
Not
with,
lately, but definitely back in the day. So I haven't even been since Katrina, so it's been a long time.
Yeah, we went pre-Katrina. My brother, myself, and the WAP. Can we say that?
Oh God, it's all good. That's a
You know,
nickname.
well, that's a self-given nickname. So
Yeah,
forgive me. We'll just call him the Italian. So, oh
it's
God.
all good, man. No, you're good, man. We're not. It's not. It's he gave himself that nickname just to let you guys know.
Well, that's how he put himself into my telephone. So, but no, we went with him, the Italian, and my brother years ago. It was mixed feelings on it. I don't know how it is. Yeah, man, that's 20 years ago. At this point, I, obviously didn't see any of the music scene down there. Big fan of a lot of the bands you've listed, but the place itself, man, it's hard to describe. It's one of those places that a lot of the things are unique and I thoroughly enjoyed. And then a lot of the things that I saw makes me never want to go back again. So it's kind of a coin flip on whether or not I would care to go back.
It's a very eclectic place.
Yeah.
So many cool musicians and artists, that kind of thing that you won't find anywhere else necessarily. I know Pepper Keenan has a bar down there, Le Bon Temps Roulette. I don't even know how to say it. Le Bon Temps Roulette. It's a 24-hour bar, and they were kind of going into. He was there doing an interview and kind of telling the story of Katrina and when that whole thing went down, and they opened after. So it's still there. 24-hour bar actually. So a lot of the
Sweet.
bands, that's a cool. From what I saw, I've never been there, but a lot of the musicians down there go to that, play there and stuff like that. So kind of a cool place. We should take a trip one day, check it
I'd
out.
be down. God, we need more 24-hour bars for sure.
I don't think there's any down here, is there?
Not that I know of. The back in the day, the deck was the only one that I could
Oh
remember.
God, I wonder if they're still around.
Man, no way, no
Fucking
chance.
upper deck, yo, man. I'm kind of tempted to just bust up in there one day and see.
You know what? Let's
Deal.
do that. That should be a mission of ours because I would be tempted as well. I did like the fact back in the day it was a 24-hour place. I mean, you could go anytime. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's not a place that I want to go back anytime soon, if it's even still open.
Yeah, no. There's also a documentary on Cannibal Corpse, which was almost 3 hours long. I watched a lot of it, but I was kind of doing stuff too. It was kind of cool. I'm not a big death metal guy, but I like documentaries on stuff, kind of behind the scenes,
Sure.
and kind of went into their whole origination. And they were in that movie Ace Ventura, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, kind of interesting, and just going through that whole band and their progression. They've been around for a long time. History of the band and everything, and interesting stuff, folks. So if you need some music documentaries, there I've hooked you up with a couple to go check out on the YouTube there. So go peep them out. Pretty cool stuff. And this NCAA lawsuit. Have you heard of this?
Briefly, school me up.
I don't know if I can school you up, but I think they lost a lawsuit. It was two point something, a couple billion, I think, maybe. It's the athlete pay settlement. Looks like it was a $2.8 billion settlement of a class action antitrust lawsuit by college athletes. So NCAA agrees to pay colleges and athletes directly for playing sports through revenue sharing plans, and they would also pay under the agreement close to 25,000 athletes who attended 363 Division I colleges and were denied the ability to make money by marketing their names and images during their playing days. Restrictions on those kind of deals were lifted by the NCAA in 2021. So,
Weird.
this whole thing is changing now, and I think it's good, but college football is really going to be different.
I think it's good. I think they're trying to rectify too much at once. I think that presents a lot of problems because it is going to be a quick change. College in general has largely been exposed to I hate saying scam. I don't think it's a scam. I think higher education is good. I think, like anything, you need realistic expectations with it. With athletes, man, I mean, it's a hard point because, I mean, a lot of people, well, you're getting this out of it. You're getting your education, you're getting all this shit paid. But they're benefiting and profiting off your likeness, and you're not allowed to do so. And that, to me, is a little bit, exploitation, blackmail almost. Not the literal definition. So, yeah, I mean, with the previous lawsuits, with the video game shit, using the likeness, it kind of goes into the same thing. This stuff, people nowadays calling college a scam because it's overpaid. What the fuck does it even cost to go nowadays? Yeah, I mean, and conference switching, all this stuff. Man, I have a lot of feelings about it, but I think they're trying to make everything like okay at once, rectify it, make it better, and it's just, I think the whole landscape of athletics is going to change, especially football.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to ruin how we watch it, at least for a while. I don't think it will.
Yeah.
This paves the way for private equity firms, though, which I'm not so sure about. And that's not something that's going to happen immediately. That will be years down the line, but you got private equity coming in. I'm kind of wondering how that's going to shake out. There's already companies that are out there that have tons of money that want to invest. And I don't think it'll be for your bigger programs. I think it might be for your more along the lines of your group of five. Sure. Those kind of programs that need the money. But then it's like, what do these, firms want in return? How is that going to impact those programs? So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Should make them more competitive in the long run, because they just have tons of money out there. I mean, some of these equity firms. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, college, like I said, in general, is getting a raised eyebrow from a lot of people. They talk about this is going into a different avenue, but talking about loan forgiveness and things like, when I was growing up, everybody in school, all my teachers, my parents, that was the only route to success, is if somehow, you went to college and, you finally go to college, and there's not a single thing I can remember that I use in my day-to-day life that I learned there. Not being an asshole, but I can't think of anything really. At one time, probably 5-10 years ago, I was glad I finished because I think it got me better job opportunities. But now a lot of these job opportunities don't even require college, and you can still make good money out there. So I don't know.
It just definitely depends on what you're going into, and then you have to look at, well, if they're paying these players as employees, I don't know if that's going to happen.
Right.
Then should they even get a scholarship, or just use?
That's
their
a
salary?
really good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I mean, how do you look at it? You're paying. Is that part of your benefits package?
Exactly. Should you have a scholarship if you are getting paid like that? So I guess it just depends. That scholarship could be used for someone else. So that's some stuff that will have to get figured out. So
Yeah, that's a good deep dive on the education system in America. It really is, though, because I have a lot of thoughts on that myself. Obviously not a college athlete, although I did walk onto a community college football team for a couple of weeks. Didn't stick it out because I had to actually work for a living, unfortunately. But I don't know, man. I think the whole college thing is going to change in the next decade. I think we're going to start seeing a huge drop in enrollment. I mean, good God, it's so fucking expensive and shit like that. So
that is true, my friend. But
I mean, my degree in basket weaving ain't done shit for me, y'all.
Well, no, I should guess not. Yeah, I should guess not. So, yeah, if you're going to be a lawyer or a doctor or something like that, you need schooling like that. But, yeah, I mean, I still see posts out there that require bachelor's degrees and stuff. But if you can still make good money without that. Go do a trade or something. Welders make a lot of money. College isn't for everyone, and you can definitely make a good living outside of doing your customary 4 years or whatever like that. So in a lot of instances, you definitely don't need it. Just depends on what you want to do. So that is what it is. Let's go ahead and get into a little bit of some news. What's going on out in the world today? Well, we have a few world records here and other news. Shaving cream and table tennis balls earned man his 171st world record. Guessing by Ben Hooper. Serial Guinness World Record David Rush. Is this the guy that we covered last time?
Man, he sounds suspicious.
Covered his head in shaving cream and bounced table tennis balls to earn his 171st concurrently held title. Rush, who previously broke the record for most table tennis balls bounced and caught in shaving foam on the head in 30 seconds. It's a team of two multiple times took on the individual version of the same record. He said Guinness World Record rules for the title to require him to bounce the table tennis balls off a wall and catch them in the shaving cream on his head. Rush ended up catching 14 of the balls, tying the record previously set by California man Ronald Sarchian on May 2023. The two men are now co-holders of the record. The title marks Rush's 171st concurrently held Guinness World Record title, bringing him closer to his goal of 181, which would make him the world's top record breaker with the most concurrently held titles. So you can look at this on YouTube if you want to. Go ahead. I don't know. That's these guys do all kinds of stuff.
They're making shit up.
Yeah, I know. That's a weird world record there, if you ask me. I don't know. But hey, you know, he's got a lot of world records out there, so
Yeah.
what do you expect? I guess you run out of ideas at some point.
He's making a hustle doing it.
He's doing something. We have another world record here. Did you ever like Madonna?
No, I actually have. No, not really.
Madonna fan earns world record with 18 tattoos of the singer. A devoted pop music fan, this has also been here, paid tribute to her favorite artist by getting a record-breaking 18 tattoos of Madonna on her body. Tara Berry of Topeka, Kansas, earned the Guinness World Record for the most tattoos of the same musician on the body, taking the title from British woman Nikki Patterson, who has 15 tattoos of the rapper Eminem. Berry said she got her first Madonna tattoo in 2016 when she heard the singer was looking for tattooed fans to appear in a music video, but her ink rendition of the singer wasn't finished in time to make the cut. Quote, most of the tattoos are over a 6-month period. I already had 2 Madonna portraits, and I read about the person that had the Guinness World Records at the time with 15 Eminem tattoos. End quote. Berry told the Guinness World Records. Quote, I decided that night I was going to go for the record and contacted the artist, and he said, what the hell? Let's do this. End quote. The iconic Madonna images Berry had turned into tattoos span the singer's entire career and include a recreation of the famous kiss between Madonna and Britney Spears at the 2003 MTV Video Music Award.
Your old roommate had that picture in the bathroom.
That was Janet Jackson.
Oh, that's right.
Timberlake. Yeah.
You know, I'm misremembering the celebrity kiss picture. But man, okay, getting older. But
Yep.
Well, so okay. Quick question: because 18 realistically does not seem like an awful lot, but I'm sure they have some parameters. Like you can't just get like a tiny little writing that says Madonna, like that counts as a Madonna tattoo, right? Does it have to be like a portrait, 3x3 or bigger? I wonder what the regulations are there.
I don't know. It doesn't say, but I did see some pictures here, and they're look pretty big. So,
Okay.
Quote, many people ask if they can take pictures and videos of my arms. I'm happy to oblige, end quote. She estimates the tattoos cost her a total of more than $9,800. Quote, I begged, borrowed, and worked out deals, anything to move forward in this process, end quote, Berry said. So she's fully vested, it looks like, in this stupid thing. Well, whatever. People do what they will do.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own, right?
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. But hey, and I don't know. I don't know if she made any money or raised any money for anything. Did not say on that front. So
yeah, what a shithead. She didn't use her Madonna tattoos for good.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Maybe she did, but it definitely didn't say here within the article. So
disappointed in her.
I'm
gonna look that up. I'm curious what the tattoo parameters are. If it has to be a certain size or what? Because I mean, you would think somebody could just get her name written, and that counts as a quote unquote Madonna tattoo. But I'm wondering if it's like portraits that have to be a certain size. That's what I'm guessing, but could be wrong.
Could be. Got some Call of Duty news here. Black Ops 6 will still come to PS4 and the Xbox One. Ethan Gack. Activision's shooter will continue to support the last gen console, so good news for you guys. Looks like they are still going to release those for those consoles. I just said a leak out of GameStop suggests the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will still come to PS4 and Xbox One, but will still cost the same as the $70 next gen versions. Apparent photograph circulated by Charlie Intel shows the SKUs and prices for 2024's Call of Duty in GameStop's inventory system. The image lists Xbox Series XS, PS5, and PS4 with a $70 price tag for each, and the Xbox One version seemingly included via smart delivery. Insider Gaming reports that it's been able to independently verify that the data in the image is real, and two GameStop employees spoke with corroborated. What the fuck? I can't read the man. Two GameStop employees corroborated the claim as well, confirming the pre-order SKUs are currently live in their system. So there you go for you Call of Duty nerds. Did you ever get down on Call of Duty?
Yeah, we talked about this before. I liked it. I really liked the campaign mode. I played online a few times, and just playing online is brutal. If you don't commit yourself to being a Call of Duty player, then you're going to be really disappointed when you go online and immediately get killed and shit. But it's a cool game. I really like it. But yeah, it's not for me to. It's not my favorite, but campaign's pretty cool.
Well, there you go. So have you got kids? Have you ever been to the Super Nintendo World?
No, I haven't. I've heard about this. Is it open already?
That I don't know. I thought it was. So it looks like the Super Nintendo World's bathrooms have some great music. Also by Zach Zwing. The Super Mario's theme at Universal Studios features some chill pooping music, folks. Going to the bathroom is hopefully not a memorable part of your trip there. However, the bathrooms in Super Nintendo World with their wonderful chill music seem so good that you'll be excited when nature calls. Following delays, Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios Japan finally opened in 2021 to long lines and high praise from Mario fans who appreciated all the details included in the park. About 2 years later, in 2023, a version of the Nintendo-themed expansion opened in Universal Studios Hollywood. There's your answer there. This version of the Mario-themed world featured much of the same content found in Japan's version, including some lovely music in the bathrooms. As shared by the wonderful Super Mario Broth on Twitter, the Super Nintendo World expansion of Universal Studios Hollywood are underwater-themed bathrooms playing a lovely little tune over and over again while thousands of people shit and piss there. So there you go. That's something kind of cool. The bathroom music featured in the Universal Studios Hollywood and Japan sounds like the underwater theme from the new Super Mario Brothers Wii. And you can check that out on YouTube. And so there you go. I don't know. Be on the lookout if you take the fam out to Super Nintendo World.
Super Nintendo World. I always see, I have been to Disney a few times, but I've only been with adults, and I like, taking your kids is tough. I had a brief chat via text with our friend Mac earlier. He's on vacation now. Shout out.
Oh, where's he at?
Yeah. He's down at the coast, at the beach with the fam. But, he was talking to another member of his family, I believe it was his brother-in-law, about how it's tough when you're with kids. And it really is, because I differentiate. Trips are what you do with your kids, and vacations what you do with other adults. Because, man, when you're a father, a mother, a parent in any capacity, and you're on going somewhere with kids, especially out of state, especially when they're very young, you're devoting most of your time to making sure they're having a good time, they're safe, they're fed, they're getting sleep, they're not thirsty, they're not getting sunburnt. it's a lot. You're not really relaxing. You're just making sure they're having a good time. You can find those little, you can carve out a little time for yourself. You don't get very much, man. So, I think you got to still have, vacations like what we'll be doing later this week, uh, where you really, relax for yourself. That being said, people pick on Disney adults, and I don't disagree. Some people that, are very into Disney, they're unique. But it's actually, I thought it was great when you go by yourself, but mostly because, you can do single rides. I love the rides there, the roller coasters and shit. And you can go up in the single rider line. It doesn't take that long usually. Hop on, you don't have to worry about watching your kids and stuff. So I'd go check out Super Nintendo World. I'll make that a guy's trip.
That kind of reminds me of the old. There was this clip on Howard Stern when he used to be cool. Fuck Howard Stern, by the way. Total fucking jackass.
Ooh.
Dumb bitch. Fuck him. Woke bitch. But back when he was cool, he had. it was him, Artie Lang when he was still on the show,
Yeah.
and then this High Pitched Mike. High Pitched Mike sounds just like a girl, and I think this clip is still on there. He was talking about going to Disney by himself, and then he said he went to a Madonna concert by himself, and fucking Artie Lang just cracks up, just like hearing him laugh and seeing him laugh on that shit. It was like fucking, I died. That shit was so fucking funny. Oh god, he went to a Madonna concert by himself. Man, I wouldn't go to a Madonna concert anyway, but that was classic shit.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do Disney by myself. I'd have to be like my wife or some friends, but more, Epcot would be really cool because it's more restaurants, great rides there, and it seems to be the more adult park at Disney World. Maybe Disneyland. I've never been out there, so I can't judge, but I think it's fun. Why limit your fun just because it's oriented towards a lot of kids? But hell, kids can't ride. Really young kids can't ride half the cool shit, anyways. Like the Star Wars rides and the Guardian of the Galaxy rides. So I don't know. I think it's still cool, but there are some people that get weird, man. If we went and I saw Grant Mill show up with the Mickey ears on, I'd probably be like, man, take that shit off.
That'd be odd. Having a talk with myself.
Yeah, man, we'd have to get you. We'd have to confront you. We'd have to get Big Mustard to pound you a little bit just to check you.
I need a silver bullet for that big bastard.
Oh, he big.
So I don't eat fast food anymore. I you know what? I will give you a confession though. That's kind of not true. The other day, I actually went and got a couple of chicken quesadillas from Taco Bell.
Oh, that sounds good as fuck.
It wasn't any good.
Oh no!
I was surprised. No, they wasn't good, man. And they gave me like the shits, of course. I was kind of expecting that, but it wasn't. They wasn't any good, man. I was like, damn, I'm kind of disappointed here.
Man, that's kind of a heartbreaker because the quesadilla is probably my go-to for sure.
Yeah. So, have you eaten? Do you eat any fast food these days?
I do. It's not very much. I will. Taco Bell, not that much. I probably haven't been there in months, but I do like it. My go-to is a quesadilla for sure, and some tacos. So pretty simple. I'm going to revisit that because I want to ask you a question. But my pecking order, I do like Chick-fil-A. I know you're not a Chick-fil-A guy, but I will go grilled on their stuff a lot of times. The grilled nuggets are pretty good. If I'm really trying to be good, grilled nuggets. They have fruit cups, grilled biscuits in the morning. Taco Bell too, just because I'm simple. And rarely, but a post-hangover fast food for me, if it really makes me feel better, Zaxby's. I like Zaxby's chicken fingers and fries if I really need a hangover food.
You ever fuck with Wendy's anymore?
I have not been to Wendy's, and I actually remember the last time I went. I was actually living out of state. Had gotten drunk and needed a hangover meal. Went to Wendy's somewhere in Phoenix, and God, man, that had to have been 14, 15 years ago at this point.
Well, Wendy's will now sell you a 50-nugget bucket.
God bless America.
This one, my Zags Wayne as well. The fast food giant has also created a website to help you track down your nugget bucket. Are you hungry? Are you really hungry? Do you want 50 chicken nugs? Well, Lucky you. Wendy's is now selling a bucket that contains 50 fried pieces of chicken nuggets, that is, across the U.S. Announced earlier this month, the new Wendy's chicken bucket deal is officially called the Nugs Party Pack. It will be available every day at participating locations. Wendy's called it a next level Nug experience in its press release announcing the behemoth meal. Quote, Wendy's is committed to celebrating our unmatched chicken nugget fandom while also delivering the value our customers have come to expect from us. End quote. Lindsay Radkowski, U.S. Chief Marketing Officer for Wendy's. Prices vary depending on where you live, but you can grab 50 nuggets in a bucket at a participating Wendy's for between $12 and $15. To help you nug lovers out there, Wendy's has launched a website that will let you quickly and easily see where the nearest participating location is so you can easily plan your 50 nugget bucket trip. According to Wendy's, it partnered up with Raj Sheikh Zahid, the man who created that website that tracks which McDonald's ice cream machines are broken, to help create the new Wendy'sNugParty.com. Quote, I think more people should know about the Nugs Party Pack, end quote, said Zahid. Quote, which is why I created the Nugs Party website in collaboration with Wendy's. I know fans are going to love it, end quote. Not mentioned in the press release is that Zahid also got paid for it, I would think. I doubt he did it all for the love of the Nug.
You never know.
Oh, well, according to Wendy's own press release, these buckets might not actually contain 50 Nugs. Wendy says, and in reality, the buckets can contain as little as 45 chicken nuggets. Hopefully, you nug lovers can all manage through this dark chapter of American history. Also, apparently, Wendy's locations have offered the 50 nugget buckets and packs in the past. But this is just the corporation making it official, which is maybe the weirdest part of this whole thing. Anyway, enjoy your nugs, guys. Yeah, I haven't been to a Wendy's. It's been a minute, and I usually don't get the nuggets. However, they're not bad.
Yeah, they're not bad. I think that's a little whack to go ahead and say that you're not getting 50. You might be getting 45.
I just would have stayed silent on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have admitted. Nobody's motherfucking counting them. Now, wait a minute. I correct myself because I was thinking, that's actually not a bad idea. We get the boys together for football games, and a lot of times we get hungry. And if it's me, you, LD, maybe Mac or Big Mustard, coming in, 10 nugs a piece sounds pretty good. If we get it over there and we break out 10 for 4 of the guys, and we left with 5. And with those 5 are going to be for Big Mustard, he's going to be pissed. We're going to have to get that silver bullet out for him again. Yeah, that threw me off. I think that's a little bullshit. But, I think for a catering deal, what did it say, $12 for that?
$12 to $15, yep.
Even 15, man, that's $3 a person, for 5 guys, and then you get 10 nugs. Shit, nothing wrong with that. I can see that being pretty good deal. I wanted to go back though. You mentioned Taco Bell, the quesadilla earlier. You did buy the quesadilla sauce though. Did you use that?
No, I didn't use it on the my Taco Bell quesadilla. But when I go to the Pig, they have these quesadillas in like this little not freezer, but this refrigerator section with all the stuff that they make. And I'll use it on that and throw them in the oven, and they're pretty damn good. That sauce is fucking really excellent.
Yeah.
So that's how I do it, or if I make one on my own with that, well, it's better because I don't know, man. The quesadillas just wasn't. Maybe they had an off day or something. I don't know, man. It wasn't very good, so it's just like
they're usually pretty tried and true. So that's disappointing, a little sad, but always my go-to. But that sauce, though, we made some quesadillas at home. Made some quesadillas at home where we had chopped chicken. We also did steak, and we've done them before. But my better half actually ended up finding the actual taco, what we were talking about, the sauce. And man, once we added those to it, God, they tasted just like, but a better version, like the best Taco Bell quesadilla you'll ever get. So,
oh yeah, quite tasty, folks. So if you're at your local grocer and pick up some of the, I guess what's creamy chipotle sauce. It's not gonna say it. You have to know what it is because I bought some other shit that wasn't it before and it didn't taste right. So it has to be the creamy chipotle sauce. And
yeah, it's the creamy chipotle. I was thinking of one more thing that I saw in the news today. That Cracker Barrel, their CEO talking about they're no longer as relevant as they once were. It's kind of disheartening to hear a CEO talk about how they're not doing the business that they used to do. Were you ever a Cracker Barrel fan?
I've been there a couple of times, and I don't go crazy for it or anything.
No, I didn't either. It was good kind of to meet your parents there or meet family. We've always done kind of family get-ups there. Nothing that, call the homeboys and y'all want to go bust out a night at the Cracker Barrel.
Pretty good breakfast food.
I was gonna say breakfast would absolutely do that. We've actually been talking about that. We've been lacking MULD, even Mac, Mustard, Bones, all them. If he's in town, I'd love to do some breakfast sometime. They do it better than probably anybody. My experience varies. The one local to me is absolutely terrible. I have not had a good experience there in years. But the one actually off of 280 is really good. By the Colonnade.
Okay.
I've always had a pretty good time there. And I went probably about 3 weeks ago. We went after a wedding, family wedding, and kind of small. And
so what'd you get?
What did I have there? I believe I had their fried catfish. Maybe it even wasn't fried. Maybe it's just catfish. I'm thinking I did. And then, no, wait a minute. Better half had the catfish, ate some of hers, and I let her try some of mine. I had breakfast, kind of a later dinner breakfast, but breakfast is always solid there. The country boy breakfast and grandpa's breakfast, always good. Big old pancakes and shit.
I do like me some breakfast. Some breakfast food.
Yeah, we need to bust that out soon.
That would be good, man. I haven't had a good breakfast in a while. I usually
I
skip.
I think it me too, and it's one though. Especially with moving more and getting back into lifting heavier weights, I feel like I'd perform a lot better because I tend to work out in the afternoons and evenings. If I get a good hearty breakfast and get that energy in, Cracker Barrel always hits the mark for the breakfast. So, but besides that, we've talked about that. We need to get on that, man. Once a month at least. Meet up on a Sunday or a Saturday. Like a 9 a.m. breakfast or some shit. I'm not going to, probably going to wake me up get me up somewhere before 9 or 8:30 on a weekend, but we really should. It's fun to do that, and we're also getting a little older, so that seems to be the thing old people do.
I'm down, you pussies.
Let's do it, man. I'm down. I'm down, baby. But right now, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, you guys. We'll use the bathroom, maybe get some refreshments, popcorn.
Take a
dump, man. I gotta take a huge piss. So we will be right back here in a few moments with more random talkies. Got a vintage video game review and our UFL picks. So stay tuned. See you here in a bit. Wiggy, what are you sipping on tonight?
Got a glass of water. A glass of water. Nothing exciting, but I know that's going to change at 5 a.m. Thursday morning. So,
Yo!
you
Yo!
down for that early morning airport shot?
I'm drinking on some Wild Irish Rose, y'all.
Oh, that's terrible. That's nasty.
Some Mad Dog style there. Have you ever had anything like that? Like the Mad Dog 2020?
I have. It wasn't that, though. I think it was like Boone's Farm or something.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not that good. But I mean, hey, you drink that when you're a kid. So.
Yeah, you got what you got. Me and Duck actually bought some Mad Dog 2020 once when we were working construction for after our shift. And you know what? It really wasn't the worst thing that I had, but it's one of those things. I feel like quality, the better quality, the less you're going to have a shitty hangover, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like once we drink that kind of bullshit, man, your head just hurt the next day.
Yeah, definitely not good. Whoa.
What
You're
do?
So you got to work tomorrow, and then you're taking the rest of the week off?
Work tomorrow, and I am off after that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So don't go back to the following Wednesday. Yes, sir.
It's not bad. I think I'm going to call in next Tuesday.
Yeah, you should.
So,
it's
like
always, you know how it is after you get back from a trip and you've had a great time. I know we're going to have nothing short of an amazing time. And also, man, if just chance flights are delayed, you're going to be moving around and shit. You're not going to want to just wake up the next day. You kind of want to, catch up a little bit.
I still need to pack all my shit and whatnot.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
My ticket on the app. None of that shit.
Oh yeah, man. What if it's
I watched Cubs this weekend. I didn't actually pack, so.
Yeah, I started.
You guys are taking Delta, right?
What's that?
You guys are taking Delta, right?
No, Southwest.
Oh shit! I'm on a Delta flight.
Are you really?
Yeah, well, that's gonna be weird.
I thought you booked a Southwest. What time's your?
I'm just playing. I am on Southwest. I know Mustard's on like American or something, right? Or United.
You got my ass. It's too late for that shit. Yeah, he is. I think his flight actually leaves. So we had the option of going down there earlier. They had an earlier flight, which would put us there almost the same time as him, 9:30 out there. But I think that flight left at 5:15. And man, that's too long of a day. He's an early bird anyways. And, it's probably better for him. But I think his flight, I got to get with him. I think his flight actually leaves at like 5:20. Whereas ours leaves at 6:05, so like 40 minutes later. I've done that one before when I used to live out there. It's just too damn early, man. Trying to get there and shit. And we already going to be up like at 3:45, 4 o'clock. That's, phew. But sleeping on the plane, man.
True that.
Yeah. Do you sleep well on planes? When was the last time you've flown? Has it been a minute or?
It's been a minute, dude. Oh shit! God, yeah. It's been a while. I think the last time I flew was I went to fucking Dallas for a national meeting with work. So it's been a while.
Gotcha. Yeah,
been a minute, my friend.
It'll be fun, man. We're gonna have a good trip. I went ahead and tried to pack most of my shit today because I knew tomorrow was gonna be busy, and Wednesday I got to go to the dentist in the morning just for a tiny little filling. He told me I didn't have to get it, but he recommended it. That was 2 weeks ago when I went for my cleaning, and I was like, man, let me just go ahead and do it. I don't want it to get bad. So, looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a cool week.
What? So you had a cavity or something?
He said it was tiny. Like, he said, it's not really a cavity yet, but I guess it still technically meets the definition of one. And
so does that hurt or something?
No, it doesn't hurt at all. He, his hygienist kind of picked that in. She didn't know, so my dentist, who I'm actually not good friends with, but I'm friends with him, He's like, oh, man, I wouldn't worry about it, but I could feel it. It would take like 20 minutes. It's up to you. He's like, could it get worse? Yeah. Could it be fine if you keep brushing and shit? Yeah. And I was like, well, what would you do? He's like, I'd probably just get it filled and be done with it. He's like, your insurance pays for it, so just do it and you don't have to worry about it. So
God,
why
I haven't
not?
been dentist in like 10 years.
I recommend him if you ever want to go and
Kind of scared, man. I haven't been to the doctor for a checkup in probably 15 years either. I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to know.
oh, that's the worst though, man.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Like if I go and they tell me some shit, then I'm going to worry about it. Then I don't have a lot of faith in Western medicine. If it's my time to go, it's my time, man. I'm not scared to die. I'm ready to go, man. And that's not a suicidal thing. That is just I'm not scared of death. It's a thing of like, you know what? I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? I'm not worried. Yeah. If it's my time, it's my time. I'm not going to any fucking doctors. I don't have faith in doctors. I've been in sales for 20 years. They're mostly fucking hacks, dude. Especially Western medicine, dude. It's all a scam. I'm not saying everybody's a scam, but like what we've been brought up with, these doctors have fucking pharmaceutical reps that come and sell them fucking medications and shit to push. For them to push on us, even if it's not necessary, dude. I'm real paranoid with that shit, man. Maybe that's to my detriment, but you know.
No, I actually agree with you. I will say I like my doctor. He's very I hate saying natural because I think people take that the wrong way, like hippie and vegan and stuff like that. Listen, man, if I'm sick and I need some pharmaceuticals, hey, that's fine. I'm 100% with you because nowadays, and I don't want to go down this path where I'm bitching about everything, but now they prescribe everything to lose weight. Oh, this is that. Oh, you're anxious. Oh, you got to take that. 100% agree. I like him. I try to get my blood work done just to check where I'm at on my levels. But my thought process is this: I want to make sure my children get to be adults. If I can get them,
I definitely understand that. If you have kids, it's definitely different.
Yeah, but I'm with you though. I'm okay with dying. For me, doesn't. I don't want to say it doesn't bother me. I don't know. I've never died. But after my granddad passed, it also became one of those things. Like, man, he was the coolest dude. If he could do it, and he looked at it and was like, "Well, it's my time." It went. Man, I'm the same way. But I just want to get 15 more years at least. Make sure my kids get to be adults. I don't want to leave them in a position where someone's not taking care of them or it's a struggle. And unfortunately, I need to give them 15 more years of some security financially and, father's love and all that. But yeah, but the actual death, man, it doesn't bother me. Everybody's going to do it. If it's your time, it's your time. Now, the dentist, on the other hand, man, I don't want you to be having, halitosis and shit, man. Get with my guy. He's cool.
No, I know. It's, I've had a good dental record. I've never had a cavity before. When I used to go, but I mean, I could have changed by now. But unless I have a problem, which I don't, I'm not really too worried about it at this point.
I think the insurance covers the cleaning, man. I like him. He's really a super nice guy. Our age, very laid back. His office is cool. Actually, I had have dental work done one day with him, and I can't remember what it was. It wasn't something big. This was a couple of years back. But he had to be in my mouth for like 30 minutes. That sounded disgusting. He had to do dental work in my mouth for, like 30, 45 minutes. I know. I painted myself in a corner. But he was like, man, what kind of music do you like? And we were talking about music. And we actually, he said he liked Pantera. And I like Pantera too. I think our whole group likes them. And he turned that shit on in the dental office. While he did his shit. So yeah, he was real laid back like that. So
that's cool, man. Maybe I will look into that. I don't know. We'll see. Mouth hygiene is important. A lot of shit starts in the mouth, man. If your mouth ain't right, it can fuck up a lot of things with your whole body. So it's not a bad to have a good dentist. I don't know who I can trust. The world's such a fuckery ass place now. Everything's a scam. Everybody hates each other and want to sell you some bullshit that you don't need. Because I've done it.
Oh, yeah.
Sales, dude. I know how this shit goes. Everything is sales. The whole goddamn world is sales pretty much. So that's just how it goes, man. Anyway, God.
world
Sorry
sucks.
to be a Debbie Downer for the folks out there if that is the case, but no, we just we tell the truth here, folks.
The
So
whole truth and nothing but the truth.
So help me God, there.
let's go ahead and get into a vintage game review here. We got a Super Nintendo title. This one is called, what is this? Biometal for the Super
Ooh.
Nintendo. Let's go ahead and get into it. Shit. Beautiful people out there. So, the name of this one is Biometal for the Super Nintendo. It's a single-player horizontal scrolling shooter released on June the 1st, 1993 for the Super Nintendo. The game features 6 different weapons to combat the biometals, an extraterrestrial race determined to destroy the human race. The gameplay is very similar to that of the R-Type series, if you've ever played those, with the final boss even greatly resembling and behaving similarly to that series' iconic boss enemy Kuratops. The European and North American versions of Biometal feature a soundtrack entirely created of remixed songs of techno group Too Unlimited from their 1991 album, Get Ready. The Japanese version of the game features an entirely different soundtrack, however. A sequel called Biometal Gust was released for the Sega Saturn in 1997, included with the Dizemon 2 pack. So let's get into a little bit of the plot of this game, folks. It's the year GC 232, Galaxy Century Year 232. A huge war has begun years and years before, has divided the Milky Way, and all of its natural resources have been exhausted. The Milky Way Galactic Council is forced to send a fleet of starships to a nearby planet by the name of UP-457 in search of any resources that can replenish the ones lost during the battle. However, during this mission, the fleet is destroyed by a race of half-machine, half-animal aliens referred to as, quote, biometal, by the Galactic Council. One of the Council's supercomputers then calculates that number of these biometals is increasing rapidly and will have the Milky Way completely taken over within 32 hours. So the Halbard's crew, young pilot Kid Ray and biologist Anita, a reference to the names of the 2 lead singers of the Too Unlimited group, provided the music for the North American European version of the game that I just stated, along with their fleet, WASP, are assigned to eliminate the hostile threat on UP-457. Weapon power-ups are gained by destroying pods and picking up the released power-ups, which cycle through the various weapon types as in Raiden. Some weapons cancel each other out. The player also has a shield in the form of 4 spinning orbs that circle around the ship when engaged. Charge power is drained when the shield is active. The shield can be used as protection against enemy fire. So, I have one of these handheld Game Boy looking things with like a ton of games on it from their old school systems and arcade platforms. This game's pretty cool. Like, as I said earlier, it's kind of like the game R-Type. Also, if you want to compare it to the old school Galaga, except in a horizontal form, scroller, and it's very fast. It's got a fast pace to it. It's kind of difficult, but still, it's not a bad game. I recommend it. Go ahead and play it. I'll give it a 2.5 for you. Not great. Kind of like your customary scrolling shooter of the day. I remember going to the movie theater and seeing just a ton of these kind of games when they had arcades out front. So, yeah, single player. It's not a bad game, folks. So, yeah, if you want to just reminisce on the days of old, go on and download Biometal.
You know what game this is exactly like? Life Force for the Nintendo. Did you ever play Life Force?
Oh, I am not. So, okay,
Yeah.
it's like that. Life Force.
Yeah, if you look up Life Force, some screen caps, when I saw Biometal, which I actually played back in the day,
Oh, shit.
fan, but I'm with you. I think if you really like,
Whoa,
am I still on?
Wood. Willie, Wiggy. You there?
Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah.
Back in the mix. Sorry,
Yeah.
we may be having some coverage issues here. I think we took some storm damage this morning locally. My service has been whack today. But that said, what would you call this? An aerial shooter? Is that friendly to call it?
Yeah, that'd be accurate.
Side-scrolling aerial shooter kind of sums it up. I like that. I think it's limited. That style, it's a good game to play. Life Force was the same way. Definitely not as in depth on the graphics because the 8-bit versus the 16-bit. So, but yeah, I think your review is really good on that. If you want to go back one generation of video games, yeah, check out Life Force 2. It had some really weird bosses at the end level, though. I think you had like a sphinx or something, a floating head that you had to shoot with your little plane. One was like a brain, kind of reminded me of, who was that, Krang and Ninja Turtles?
Oh, yeah.
So, cool stuff. Kind of had the guns too, almost like a Contra, where if you picked up a certain gun while you were scrolling through, it changes the spread on it, whatever it may be. So, yeah, cool. Biometal and Life Force.
Some cool video games to check out there, guys. So do it if you want to. Boom. Yeah. Fun times.
Good times. You know what? I actually got an update for you. I did watch A New Hope this weekend.
Oh, we forgot about that.
No, we've got a lot going on. You've had a lot going on.
A New Hope. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a huge review on it, but I do have some positive news. Going back to A New Hope was a lot more. Man, it just felt right for Star Wars. This is the shit I remember as a kid watching, and you get to see Han Solo, Harrison Ford, Chewbacca, the co-pilot on there, Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, of course R2-D2, C-3PO. That's what it is, C-3PO. I always mess that up. Kind of want to say 3DO and shit like that. Anyways, you know what was weird, and I don't know how to describe this. I think the graphics are almost better than the 2000s movies that I watched. And I don't know if it's just because they had to try so hard to, he did a lot of the miniatures and whatnot. There was just something about it. The music was fantastic. It's John Williams. It just felt like Star Wars, and maybe it's just that 70s vibe. That the acting was good, the script was really good, and go back to my trusty Rotten Tomatoes meter. A New Hope came in at number 3 on that list for best Star Wars movies. So, if you've seen the movie, you know what it's about. I'm not going to break down the whole plot line, but I will say this reinvigorated me for this challenge to watch all the Star Wars movies. And I think it's exciting to actually go back to the original. That's where it all began. I just think the 2000s just tried too hard when they did that trio of movies. The original seemed a lot better and a lot more fun. You feel the same way about that shit?
Yeah, I don't like a lot of this CGI stuff. I'd rather it just be real, or as real as you can make it without putting a bunch of computer graphics and stuff in there. I don't know. I just don't like it.
It just seems more honest and organic, and I really don't know how to describe it or what word I'm looking for. But when I was watching this movie, I was actually up in the office and I was like, I'll put it on while I'm cleaning. But I got lost into it. I actually started watching it and trying to understand it. Sat down on my couch and sat back. Really started enjoying it. With the others, it was kind of like, shit, I got to rewind because I started doing other things. And I think that's it, man. I think they relied too much on the technology. It's like, oh, we're in the 2000s. Let's just CGI all this shit. And I think that's it's got its place. I think they just relied too much on that. This was really good. And man, who the fuck doesn't love some old James Earl Jones as Darth Vader? Voicing Darth Vader as Darth Vader. It was David Prowse who actually played him. This really, I'm excited, man. Excited to go back to the 70s for the originals on this stuff. So I'm going to keep it up. I told you I wouldn't strike out. I missed 2 weeks of it. So we're back in the mix. A New Hope.
So out of 5.
Oh, 4.5 out of 5. Easy.
Okay.
I don't want to say a 5 out of 5 is going to be hard on any movie that I'm going to give, but 4.5, I can see why people like it. I'm not compelled to be a Star Wars fan. I can say, as someone who's not typically a sci-fi guy, I could sit down and enjoy the movie. I think that's friendly.
Oh no, that's good.
Yeah, I think if a movie can get you out of your typical genre, sci-fi is not really my wheelhouse, but I really enjoyed it. I think that speaks volumes about the movie. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. There you go. What's the next one on your agenda?
So after A New Hope, what is After A New Hope? I think it is. It's The Empire Strikes Back. I think that one is everybody's favorite. And I think you mentioned it before. Was that one you liked?
Well, that is a good one.
Yeah, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, made in 1980. So we'll watch that one. Don't know if I'll get to that one this week, but after Empire Strikes Back, you got Return of the Jedi, came out in my birth year of 1983. So A New Hope was good. I can see, again, why it was ranked towards the top. And number 1 is actually The Empire Strikes Back. So going to be fun.
Yeah, you got a couple of good ones I think that you'll enjoy there on that front. So, a little tidbit of sad news. Bill Walton passed. I'm not a big NBA guy, but Bill Walton was kind of a funny fucker. And so rest in peace to Bill Walton, man. He was kind of always eccentric when I saw him on TV. And I actually watched a 30 for 30 on him not too long ago. And just a character. So, we give a shout out to old Bill and rest
Absolutely.
in peace, my friend.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bill Walton.
And for all you NBA nerds out there, the Eastern Finals, Game 4, Boston actually won the series tonight. Won the game, 105 to 102. Celtics over Pacers. And, damn, they swept them 4-0 in the series. And they'll be in the finals, folks, with either playing the Mavs or the Timberwolves. So I'm hoping, I don't fuck with NBA, but I'm hoping the Mavs win. If they're talking about any team I would remotely root for, I like old Luka Doncic and Kyrie. They're exciting to watch when I see the highlights because, like I said, I'm not going to tune into a game really. But so we'll see for you NBA folks how that goes later on. I think Dallas and Timberwolves have another game left. I think Dallas is up 3-0. Might be wrong on that, but I think I'm right. So
Are you truly a Nuggets guy, or you just like the idea of the Denver Nuggets, or do you have a basketball team that you support?
I actually like the Nuggets. First of all, Denver Nuggets, weed. And then they got Joker. I think he's cool to watch. Very few players in the league that I like. Okay. I like Joker. I like Luka. I like Kyrie. And I can't think of anybody else. I hate LeBron. He's a flopper, crybaby. I'm just not a lot of players that I like these days, but those three, So
that'd be hard for me to get a basketball team. We need to go over. As a kid, I kind of liked the Magic when Shaq was playing for them. So if I play NBA Jam, I'd play. Actually, that's when I fly. That's probably the only time I play NBA Jam on my phone. I like just burn through it when I'm on a flight. So I always play as the Magic then. But as I've gotten older, I don't really have a team. Um, Kind of the same with baseball. I do like the Yankees. I actually loved the Yankees growing up. I loved watching them. But as I've gotten older, man, I haven't really been into baseball for years. But there's two other teams that I've also really liked. That's the Diamondbacks and the Rangers. Um, so I don't know. I feel like I need to start committing myself. I gave myself the Steelers last year. And I feel like I've really been shallow on my support. I haven't done anything besides buy one T-shirt, and I haven't paid attention to anything they're doing in the off season. So I need to
have you
commit
watched
myself.
any games lately?
No, for baseball or basketball, you mean?
Baseball.
Yeah, I not really. I do love baseball for one thing, and if you're working on a Tuesday at lunch, you can turn on TV, and sometimes you can find a baseball game, which is always fun as hell. But I haven't, man. I really need to get back into it. I really do because it's so damn slow paced, but it's fun to watch sometimes.
Yeah. I can't watch it on TV, but going to games
to
cool.
a game's fun, man. Yeah, we need to do that soon. We need to get down on a Thirsty Thursday.
Oh, sir, yes, sir.
I looked to see
Let's
if
get into the UFL.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say I looked to see
Go
if the
ahead.
Diamondbacks were playing when we were up. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I may be lagging a bit. I got off the Wi-Fi, but it may be sucky. But I looked to see if the Diamondbacks were playing. They don't have a game when we're out there. I wish they did, but such is life.
Yeah. Well, we had some fun UFL action this weekend, so let's get into it. What you got the numbers there?
Got them right in front of me, Grant Mills. We actually had a 3-way tie between you, myself, and Mr. Enigma. He's not on tonight. He told us he had a bout of severe diarrhea, so he couldn't make it. We all went 2 for 4. You and I, down good picks on the Panthers and DC. Man, what happened to the Battlehawks and Beham? But before we get into their woes, Whis laid a goose egg 0 for 4 in picks.
Shit. Well, I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you sucked this week.
Man, fuck these motherfuckers. I was talking that shit.
Oh, it happens to the best of us.
I'll make it up this week,
All right, well, we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Stallions, Brahmas are not a bad team, 7-2. There was actually some talk, some chatter on social media with the Brahmas fans and the Stallions. You like seeing it. It's showing that the UFL people are taking their teams to heart now. They're enjoying it. And Brahmas came in and won. Stallions couldn't get anything generated on offense. Watch that game. 9-18 in the Brahmas' favor. But man, what about the Battlehawks though? 36-22. The Renegades were 2-7. So that one I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they don't have nothing to lose, so those kind of teams are dangerous when you get late into the season and you have a really shitty record and you just like, fuck it. I mean, it doesn't matter. So you can definitely pull an upset. We've seen it in the NFL, even in college. So it's just kind of an interesting dynamic.
When you think about it, and maybe I'm just maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but if you're on a 1-8 UFL team or a 2-7 squad, you really at that point you're not clinching a playoff spot. You're not going to the off season. Your season's ending pretty soon here. I think we're in week 10 in the semifinals. So if you don't do anything this week, and likely if you're on the Renegades, the Roughnecks, the Showboats, you're not. So at that point, these guys, individually have to show off because they still have a chance. They could get picked up by an NFL team if they show up, show out, and do their thing. So I think that could contribute to it a little bit. You want to, your ultimate goal is to play for big money. So maybe they're just kind of this is kind of their last chance to shine a little bit.
Yeah, boy.
What it do?
So as you said, we are in week 10 and have a couple games. Well, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. So go ahead and start off Saturday, June the 1st. They got on 1 o'clock, ESPN Plus, Panthers and Stallions. What are you thinking, Jay Wig?
It's going to be a good game. Panthers have impressed me this year, but I think Beham bounces right back going with the Stallions.
Yeah, I'm going with the Stallions as well. Wiggy. Wissy.
I'm going with the Stallions, yeah.
All right, so all of us rocking with the Stallions. Your 3 p.m. game on Fox is the Brahmas and the Battlehawks. The Brahmas actually have a better record here. What do you think, Wiggy?
Man, this is a game I'd actually like to watch. I think this is your matchup of the weekend. You actually got 2 of them. Both the Saturday games are top tier. I think the Brahmas are going to ride high. I really do. I'm going to go Brahmas.
Yeah, I'm going Brahmas as well.
I'm going to put the Battlehawks in.
All right. And the Sunday slate got an 11 o'clock game with the Renegades and Defenders. What are you thinking on that?
That one's a tough one. Renegades coming off that Battlehawks upset. Defenders beat the Showboats. I actually think the Renegades are going to come back and I'm going to go Renegades. I think they're going to be riding high.
I'm going to go Defenders on this one.
I'm going with Big Game Bob and the Renegades.
All right, and the 6 p.m. game, Fox, the Roughnecks and the Showboats.
Who cares?
Terrible, terrible teams.
Both are terrible. God, Roughnecks and Showboats. Roughnecks lost to the Panthers. I'm going to go Roughnecks. They played Panthers pretty close within a touchdown. I'm going to go Roughnecks.
Yeah, I think I'll go Roughnecks as well.
I am a roughneck, but I'm also a showboat, y'all, so I'm going with Memphis.
All right.
Awesome.
There you go, folks. Our picks for the UFL Week 10. Semifinals are the week after. And then you have the big boy week after that. So stay tuned for our picks every week. Every Monday, 9:30 in the Dirty. Tune in. However, this coming week on the 3rd, we will be off. And so next show will be on the 10th of June, everybody.
Welcome to the room, Coach Kyle.
Coach Kyle, what up?
What's up, G?
Coach Kyle, I never seen Kyle with a C.
Yeah, I haven't either. Hope all is well out there with you, Coach Kyle. We, kind of closing down this episode tonight. Welcome you in 2 weeks. We'll be gone next Monday, having a nice vacay. This is gonna be a good week, Grant. Are you working Wednesday, Grant?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna try to get out early and get the shit done with. So it'll be all good. I'm gonna try to get everything taken care of. I'm going to do that both days. I'm going to do some early days so I can come home and get everything shored up before the trip there. And should be good to go.
Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to do the same. I was going to commit myself to getting up early, but I can work late. I'm actually pretty effective working late, better than early. So probably going to put in about 10 hours in tomorrow. Try to just close up any loose ends, man. But when I am done with work and the computer shuts down, I am on vacay mode until the following Wednesday. So it's going to be a good week, man. I can't tell you how much I've been looking forward to this. I think us collectively need a trip. That's some good advice for any of the guys out there, man. Everybody, especially you men who are hardworking, enjoying good dads out there. Take a trip with your boys sometimes, man, even if it's just to the beach or just chilling. Give yourself that time to kind of relax and unwind. So looking forward to this. We got a good group coming out there. Should be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting Bones to do a cannonball in the pool. If we can make that happen, I'm paying somebody.
Can opener, yeah.
That should be fun times. Yes, I am ready for the trip, so that'll be good, man, to get out and have a few days with the boys, kind of forget about just the everyday life for a little while and cut loose for a couple of days.
Yeah,
and
get some good food in us, some good restaurants.
It's been a while since we took a fella's vacation anyway. So when Jarvis, when did he, was that a year ago already?
Yeah, it was a year. It was actually almost a year ago this week because the memories popped up on my phone. So
damn, time goes by, man.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, when was the last time that I've been to the beach? Had to be Jarvis, and I was like, it's already been I think it's already been about a year since we went. So
yeah, it's been a year. I'm actually trying to get a family trip up to the beach some point in the summer. Do that. It's so expensive in the summer, but obviously that's when the kids want to go and you need to take them. But I wouldn't mind doing another off-season trip that I did with Duck last November, man. I mean, if anybody be down with that. It was actually pretty nice. It's late in the season. Are you going to swim? Probably not. But man, just going down there and chilling with nobody there was really, really peaceful. Waking up to a good old breakfast beer, just hanging out, grilling and just chilling, doing a little fishing on the beach with 0 people there. The trade-off is you're not swimming in the ocean, and the restaurants, some of them aren't even open. But, the good thing about it is you got the beach to yourself.
there you go. You can always break out the grill and, fire it up. Some steaks or whatever you do on the grill there.
We left on a Sunday. We did a Sunday to Wednesday. That's just the way everybody's schedule allowed. But I always thought it'd be fun to go down there on a college football Saturday. Check that out. Put some football out there, man. Roll out a laptop or even a small TV out on the sand. Have fun with it. Why not?
Sounds good to me, my friend. Yeah, baby, yeah.
We can look forward to that one, but we will have this guy coming up this week. So, we'll be getting back in next Monday. I don't even know if we'd make the show anyways. I can't remember what time the flight is, but we'll be here for you guys. We'll be back 2 weeks, well rested and with some stories to tell for sure.
For some stories to tell. Oh, yeah. So, I'm thinking you got your meal prep in for the week.
Meal prep's in. It's actually pretty light this week. I did that pasta. Gonna have that. I've eaten that on a couple of days because I knew it would last. So said the video. Be good for 4 meals. So I think I'm gonna end that this week. Probably the rest of it, man. I may just pick up some stuff from the grocery store. It didn't make sense to buy a whole week or prep out since I'm gonna be gone the rest of the week after Wednesday. So yeah, pretty light work. The pasta was a home run though. Good call on that, Grant Mills.
Hey, I'm here for you, bro. So you got any last thoughts, words before we wind it down tonight?
I got something. This actually is good because it ties off of what we were just talking about, getting out there with your boys, man. Dead Poet Society, 1989, Robin Williams. Carpe diem. Seize the day, boys.
Seize it.
I'm gonna seize baby's ass tonight. I'm out
there. All right. Everybody. Been a great show. Take look at the old episodes and check them out. Hit the follow and subscribe buttons here. I want you all to have a great weekend. We will be back not next Monday, but the Monday after that. Okay, so that will be on the 10th, June the 10th. Be back here 9:30 in the Dirty Central Time. Hope all of you have a great weekend. We'll see you then, folks. We love you. Holler!
Peace.